time to pay. And the question the waiter asks is if everything was okay. How many times did you say yes while thinking no?
Normalt handpåläggning, då är jag här. Jag är inte här.
Nej.
Så den här skulle vara en liten halvrackare som sitter typ här.
This film is about square chickens, the gap in customer experience, and last but not least, the G6 process. Let's start with G6. It's not a product. It is millions of possibilities. And that is a problem. Because out of 1 million possibilities, many of them are going to be bad. G6 is opening a new market for us, but there are several players out there already. You could argue that we will deliver a safer system that only big OEMs could benefit from. But no, that's not enough. You could say we are better, but we need to prove it. The big OEMs have their logo on the remote system, and they have a team of engineers, designers, and they take their time. G6, on the other hand, has our logo on it, and you are the designer and the engineer. Let's look at design. Most people think of design being about color and look, but design is about user experience and user interaction. A good remote is transparent, intuitive, and safe. We think G6 is a process that is going to be different to some salespeople and engineers. We need to make sure we are not the waiter that just passes by and asks if everything is okay, because that is not going to reveal the flaws we might deliver. Did anybody say flaw? Yeah, there is a survey that shows that 80% of the CEOs think they deliver superior customer experience, but only 8% of the customers agree. This is a disaster, but also a great possibility.
Vill jag ju trycka upp.
Ja.
Den är liksom tvärtom för hur jag tror den här är tänkt för piloter.
If our process can explore bad design, the sales cycle can be shorter. On the other hand, if we deliver bad design, we are opening the door for a better competitor. But is it possible that remote controls are that bad? And the answer is yes. The operators learn and get used to bad design, but in the long run, it costs training and potential to accidents. To be honest, very few ask the operators on their opinions. But G6 gives us a new possibility to be curious and to explore potentials no one cares about. It might be awkward at first to ask your customer if you could visit a working site by yourself or with him or her. But it is on site you learn what can be improved. It is the operator that gives you the mandate to create a great product in the long run. If your clients are serious, and most are, they will find our offer thoughtful and relevant. Your first reaction might also be that it all sounds good, but there is no time. Well, your time in the field is going to save a lot of revisions and gives you mandate to improve with the operator in mind. And time, after all, is all about priorities. If you visit a prospect with the offer to exchange a competitor's system, it will most probably end up being a discussion based on price. You might try to convince with arguments like quality and service, but if you have been on site and studied the competitor's remote and talked to the operators, you have a better chance to show engagement and thereby even shorten the sales cycle. Let's look at the field study as this might be the part of the process you're not used to. When you visit a site, you are there to learn. You're not a tourist visiting the Eiffel Tower. Before you go, call the operator, check what the day looks like, when they start, etc. Bring sandwiches and thermos, eat with them and chat. Bring a couple of muffins to break the ice if you feel it is necessary. Make sure to view the entire working cycle. Take pictures and film what's happening. Don't be shy. Most humans like attention. All humans like improvements. And you are there to watch and learn. Can the working process be divided in cycles? Does the operator need both hands to complete the job? Are there movements that should be avoided? Are there critical commands that should be kept on the side? When you make a field study, some findings are revealed just at the start or the end of a working day. So come early and stay put. Shut your phone down. You need all the attention now and here. When you talk to the operator, make sure to use open-ended questions. What is it like in the winter? What is the hardest or the best part of your job? How long did it take you to learn the job? How long did it take to learn the remote? If you made a remote, what would you make? If you made a remote, what would you change? If possible, try their job, just to get the feel. You might be surprised how hard it is to drive a drilling rig without scaring everybody on the building site. Remember the waiter who asked if everything was okay? The reason you answer yes, even if it was a no, is that you know that he most likely will defend or argue with you. And this will make you more upset and ruin the dinner even further. The same goes here. When the operator gives you an opinion that is critical, look at it as a gift. Thank him or her. Make notes, and they feel confident and open even more. If you argue or start to explain why things are done the way they are, well, then you might as well go home. This is the biggest secret behind a good field study. Keep your mouth shut. Just ask and listen. Make sure you're dressed according to their safety rules and don't be afraid to get dirty. It is all common sense, isn't it? But it is not so common. So let's look at the design process. When you start, remember a few things. In a test where people were asked to balance a small Lego bridge, most added a brick instead of taking away an existing one. Good design is about simplifying, and G6 gives you good opportunities to do so. The other trap is that we have seen several design flaws where the designer was thinking from the technical construction in the machine instead of what makes sense for the operator. He or she are always at the nose of the working process. In many organizations, it is hard to be the salesperson coming from a field study with criticism of an existing product. Well, if it's your own, let's say. To convince the organization, record the operator's opinion, or even better, invite him or her to the design meeting. In this meeting, you can use our tool Quick and Simple to get the feel of the new remote. With a list and pictures from the design meeting, it is now time to use the configurator. Set up a meeting with one of our designers with a license. When the job is done, you can follow the process in your portal, and soon there will be a new G6 system at your door.
Det är de symboler du har skickat. Och de sitter på rätt ställe. Ser du alla?
Ja, och det ser jättebra ut. Det gör det.
Och de sitter ju här längs kanten då på sidoknapparna. De här av-knappen och av.
Time to install.
vet du det? Att det inte är det.
Jo, det...
Det ska vara 0,1 liksom. Så det...
Det är nära nu i alla fall.
And now, take it to the first field test. So far we haven't talked about the color screen and the square chickens. The color screen is optional, as you most probably know. The information on the screen should be only designed with invisibility in mind. This means that the operator only needs to see what they cannot see in real life. On this drilling rig, the information needed is mostly what happens under the ground. So, what about this square chicken? A marketing director in a food chain said once, "The guy who's breeding chickens wants them to grow fast without health problems. The company that transports them wants chickens to be square. The retailer wants a chicken with an expiration date that is far, far away. And at the end, the customer wants a good tasting meal." It is easy to lose focus on the end customer, and by doing so, we also lose business in the long run. Good luck, and thanks for watching.
Yes!